Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovator. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.
This scent takes my mind to a place that I want to be, wrapped in the clouds of serenity as I lay drifting in the peace it brings me. Who knew the skin can wear chemistry so well? Anxious to know the recipe, so I go follow this trail, hoping the source that has delicious on breaks me out my spell, because I'm lost in heaven's arms from what I just inhaled. Your perfume purifies my airway with such flavor. Your perfume relaxes my spirit with these vapors. Your perfume, an inspiring sensation. Your perfume, a sweet intoxication. This scent takes my mind to a place that I want to be, wrapped in the clouds of serenity as I lay drifting in the peace it brings me. Who knew the skin can wear chemistry so well? Anxious to know the recipe, so I go follow this trail, hoping the source that has delicious on breaks me out my spell, because I'm lost in heaven's arms from what I just inhaled. Your perfume purifies my airway with such flavor. Your perfume relaxes my spirit with these vapors. Your perfume, an inspiring sensation. Your perfume, a sweet intoxication. This scent takes my mind to a place that I want to be, wrapped in the clouds of serenity as I lay drifting in the peace it brings me. Who knew the skin can wear chemistry so well? Anxious to know the recipe, so I go follow this trail, hoping the source that has delicious on breaks me out my spell. Because I'm lost in heaven's arms from what I just inhaled. Your perfume purifies my airway with such flavor. Your perfume relaxes my spirit with these vapors. Your perfume, an inspiring sensation. Your perfume, a sweet intoxication. Never heard a tune that makes waves like yours until I changed tempo, replacing signals with words. Emotions rise with unrehearsed notes, joining rhythm to chords with each shared stroke. My bass consumed by walls feels tides of passion falling. Passionate, love, intimate, love, delicate, love. As we fold into our cocoon, maroon shade glistening under the moon's light fades away until our wings bloom. I got it.
Yes, greetings, family, greetings. Welcome, one and all. Remember, please enjoy the evening tonight. That musical interlude. Yes, that musical interlude is actually produced and performed by my son. Prince Imagine is my first son. And that's his album called Love Under the Full Moon. And since we're on the heel of the full moon, family, make sure you go to princeimagine.bandcamp.com/album/love under the full moon mixtape. We'll be dropping some of that tonight as we talk about relationships, of course. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in so far, and hopefully you can share this excellent evening. Of course, on the heels of the full moon, we're trying to make sure we fully bloom on the heels of the full moon. Enough respect to all of you out there right now. And of course, remember, if you want to write your Numerovation questions about relationship in the chat, do it clearly, and use Cash App if you want to show some love also at $King Simon 3158. Do not use Super Chat. I appreciate you. Appreciate you all. Ups and downs, so I'm not going to deal with that out of respect. So we have a great show for you tonight, family. Got a great show for you tonight, and we're going to talk about relationship from a mathematical numerovational perspective. As you can see on the flyer, it says numbers are simple and knowing your mathematical connection. This is the relationship edition, part 2. So please share, thumb up the videos. We're going to talk about it, especially on the heels of the full moon. We're going to talk about it and be about it tonight. And again, please thumb up, and share the video and show love via King Simon 3158 Cash App. That's, of course, $ King Simon 3158. And, of course, www.paypal.me/King Simon is the name. And the finance will help this game continue as usual. That's right. King Simon is the name, and the finance will help this game to keep on doing what it's doing. All right. So enough respect to you. I see my co-host is getting herself prepared. So I want to make sure she's all right in the background. I do see her coming up. And let me bring myself up because I'm in a nice mood. Nice mood tonight. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, brothers and sisters. This is a Numerovational special, actually a part 2, because especially coming off of the heels of the full moon, and full moon can be very an emotional time for many people, especially those that are connected to the moon or have a lot of moon energy. You might have a lot of water energy in your chart, like Pisces and Cancer and Scorpio, or you might be under those moon numbers or those water numbers, which is 2 and 7, or anything connected to the 2 and 7, like 11, and of course 20 and 29, or the number 7, 16, or 25. I know today was very emotional for me, and which is interesting because I'm in my 8th personal year, in my 10 personal month, which is my 1 month. And today was the 28th. So that adds up to 38, which was a master number 11 personal day. And something very healing took place today. I'm not going to say, but it was definitely something I needed to hear, something I needed to connect with, someone I needed to connect with after a few years of not talking to one another. But what's so interesting, a dear friend of mine named Paris Williams, she runs PW Connections, did a tarot reading for me because she's getting back into her tarot understanding of herself. And she did a tarot reading for me last night. Before I did this morning's program. And think about this. Today I was in my 38th personal day, or my number 11. 3 plus 8 is my 11th personal day. So she kept on saying last night, and I didn't even realize, because I didn't even consult the numbers. That's so interesting. So she kept on saying that 1111 keeps on showing up. 1111 kept on showing up. So 1111 showed up like 3 to 4 times in my tarot reading last night. And what is so interesting is that, of course, the person that did the numerology, she's born on the 3rd of the month, and she's born on the 3rd, in the 3rd month. And the 17th day, and when you add the 1 and 7, that's the number 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. Okay, there's 1. The person I was interviewing this morning was born on the same day, March 17th. And of course, 3 plus that 8 again is the 11. The person that wanted me to interview wanted me to start her off at 11:11 this morning. She wanted to come on exactly at 11:11, and we brought her on Abundance Child. We brought her on at 11:11. But at the same time, and as I'm bringing on Abundance Child, I get a text on the phone from one of my relatives, one of my family members, one of my hearts. And I haven't heard from that person in a couple years. It was some, misunderstanding or something. And they text me at 11:11. So I felt that energy, and I felt good after that. And when I did get off the show and got to actually speak to her and actually text her back, because we're not ready to talk yet, but actually ready to actually text her back, she said she called another family member, and a family member called her and said that there's a package in the mail today. She got a package today in the mail. or yesterday, but a mother said, a family member said, a mother said that there was a package in the mail, and when the mother opened it, it was my book that was in her mail, the Numerovation for Mental Stability. And in her spirit, before she texted me, she said, I'm not going to text him until 11:11. Now, she's not into numerology and all that, but her spirit said to text me at 11:11. And she texted me right at 11:11. And like I said, the night before, I had a reading by Paris Williams, who's doing, I go to her YouTube. She does a lot of tarot readings. Also, she has great products, soaps, and all kinds of stuff. And she kept on seeing these 11:11s. Now, watch the clincher. The clincher is, now that she texts me at 11:11, Abundance Child wanted to be on at 11:11. The alignment number of Paris Williams and Abundance Child is actually 11:11, is 11, and Abundance Child is 11. And then that particular person was born 11/29, the same day as Chadwick Boseman was born November the 29th. And that's 11/11, actually, because 29 equals the 11. So in the reading, the 11 kept on coming, 11:11 kept on coming up, something significant about this 11:11. And this day, I'm in a number 38 or number 11 day. Coincidence? Of course not. There's no coincidence in mathematics, family. There is no coincidence in mathematics. This is mathematics. And like I tell people all the time, that numerology or numerovation is applied mathematics from another level, esoteric level, another level, spiritual level, another level, mathematical level, geometric levels. So it's not a coincidence that in the tarot reading confirms the 11:11. Because like I said, sister kept on coming up with 11:11, and this is my first time doing a tarot session with Paris Williams. So big up to Paris Williams. Big up to Paris Williams. Let me give her a round of applause. Big Paris Williams. Hit her up on. Make sure you show us some love. Show us some love. Show us some love. So big up to Paris Williams. Big up to Paris Williams and what she does with the tarot card. And she's always been intuitive since she was a child. She was Pisces. Pisces, water children, or people born under that water sign, or people that have a whole lot of water signs or water numbers in their chart can be very intuitive. So always tell them to pay close attention to their intuition. Okay. How y'all feeling, family? And where are we hailing from? What's her information? Paris. Okay. Paris is on YouTube. Hit her up on Paris. Williams, you could hit her at YouTube. She got a YouTube channel, and I want y'all, and then all her links is right there on YouTube. On YouTube. And I'll see if I can find her. That's her link. I'm going to put it up right now. I just put it up right now. And here's her link as Paris Williams on YouTube. So make sure you hit her up, and I'll see her website. She does have a website. Her website is PW Collections. PW Collections. That's P as Paris Williams, W Collections. She sells great soaps. She sells great purple sea moss, and she makes her own soaps and everything. So it is what it is. So yeah, we had a good time. So again, the 11:11 kept up coming up. Those that are just tuning in, this is your brother King Simon for this special relationship segment. Part 2. We did one relationship edition part 2. We did one earlier, probably a week and a half ago. And this time we're doing another one. Yes, my dear Aisha, I do see you. I see you. I see you. Whenever you're ready, I can't see you coming. Okay, I see you doing something there. You must got tape on your thing. Okay, that's how you do it. I understand. I'll put you on in a few seconds. I see you. I see you. So my co-host is ready to come on. So I got to bring her on with a well-deserved round of applause. And where's my applause? But right here, as we bring her on, the one, the only Empress Aisha Amor.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Just telling the story. You can hear me?
I can hear you.
Good. I'm just telling the story about what happened today with all these 11s and having that tarot reading the night before with 11 keep on popping up and showing up. I'm in my 11 personal day when I did the whole mathematics. And Abundance Child wanted to be on at 11:11, like we said today. And it was Paris Williams on YouTube that did this session for me. She does private sessions if you want. That's if you could hit her up on YouTube, Paris Williams. But also she does have a website, and I'm going to put that up right now in the chat. And her website has some great soaps that I've purchased already. And her website is PW Collections, COLLECTIONS.com. Her and her daughter, yes. So big. So that's. I wonder if Paris is in the audience. I don't know if she's here, but I'm going to still shout her out. This is Aisha, of course. Empress Aisha Moore. Let me make sure she's. Let me put this up with Paris Williams. That's her website. If you want to link up with Paris Williams, make sure you hit up on her. So how you doing? You're looking very beautiful tonight. How you doing? Very beautiful.
Thank you.
As usual, you look beautiful as usual, but I just want to say you're looking extra relationship elegant tonight. I'm drinking to that tonight. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I wish I had something to sip right now. Some cold water or
water. What are you talking about? You know what this is, girl? You better stop playing.
Some juice.
You gotta loosen up. Cause I'm about to get in tonight.
Okay.
I'm getting it in tonight. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Yeah, I know, right? Don't worry, people. I do not drink. That is unfermented grape juice. Let me make sure y'all are clear with me.
I wish I had my pomegranate juice right now. I love my juice.
This is what I'm doing. You know, I am chilling. So how you feeling? I hope everything is well. Everybody's doing good.
Yes. Everyone's doing good. Thank you.
Isn't she a beautiful lady? Ain't she a beautiful lady, brothers? Look at this beautiful, beautiful woman. Don't get all shy on me now.
I'm trying to go on my phone right now. My phone and try to get to the show.
Okay, no problem.
I can also see the show from the cell phone as well. I cannot see anybody comments or anything from where I'm sitting.
Don't worry, I'll help you out if there's anything that needs to be put up there. Let's see. Peace to the goddess. Okay, somebody said peace to the goddess. Isha Moore and the God, King Simon. Okay. Thank you, sir. Let me put that up just in case. That's Lamont H. He just said it. I put it up on the screen so you can see it, so you don't have to go. You know, you good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lamont. Yeah, we here, man. This is a relationship, so please share, and like, thumb up the video. We want to make sure if it's 51 or more people up there, there's enough of us in here to start a rumor. Believe me. So we're gonna start some rumors tonight. We're gonna rumor around tonight. I was at the beach yesterday, and the tides were high. I couldn't even do my floating. Like I usually like to do some floating. So I was at the beach the other day, and the tides were high. And then I remember, full moon came in around 3:17, which is interesting. 3:17. When you add that 1 plus 7 plus that 3 plus 1 plus 7 is 11. Again, this 11 come up. 11 came up, and the full moon came in at 3:20 at 3:17 at February 27th. That morning, going into February 28th. So this is very interesting. And then like I said, I had that session done around 9ish and that night, and 11 kept up coming up. So woo! Yeah, I'm on an energy vibe now. I'm on an energy vibe. So you know what I'm saying? And how you feeling and how you doing? Are you comfortable about speaking about relationship? Are you comfortable about that? Don't look at me like that, because I ain't going for it tonight. I got my drink.
Are you comfortable about speaking about relationships?
Okay. Are you comfortable?
I'm not ever uncomfortable speaking about.
Yeah, I see you be getting it in on Facebook, so don't play with me.
So, I just have to. Sometimes I have to remember emotional maturity.
There it is. Well, this time it's all about helping the healing process.
Yes.
It's not about what has happened in the past, because most of the men or the women that I've dealt with, or the men that you've dealt with, probably needed healing, and they probably have not faced that. More than likely needed healing. We ourselves probably needed healing, and I have noticed that numbers can be very helpful if you apply it. And I believe I know that religious values can be helpful, regardless of what religion you're in. If you're following it in its purity and it's without all the dogma, it can be very helpful to give you guidance. So I don't put down anything, because what I went through, from Christianity to Rasta to Islam to Hebrew and all that stuff that I've studied over the year, has all helped to make who I am today. So
isn't that a good thing?
Huh?
Isn't that liberating?
Isn't that that is liberating? You know, that is it keeps me in touch with myself. It keeps me in touch. That's why I wore this shirt. It keeps me in touch with myself, you know. How has it been for you, being raised in Islam and going through different things in your life?
How has
watching relationships?
With relationships, it's been that's been something I can honestly say that it's been a roller coaster when it comes to my perceptions of relationships. You know, when I got to the age of you know, to be legal and to be freed and be in a relationship, I did not want to be with a Muslim. I didn't want that. And
why is that? Let's speak on that. Why is that?
Well, I mean, because of what I've witnessed growing up. You know.
Okay.
I mean, and let me be clear, not all the relationships were toxic, but you know, when you see enough of it, it's just traumatizing. It can make you say, you know what, maybe there's something else better out there. You know, like I just felt like it was just a world that I didn't want to feel like I was in a world where I would be on a lockdown. You know? And besides, I was going through a spiritual transition anyway, so it wouldn't have worked regardless, because my spiritual, I mean, you know, even though I do reserve certain principles of Islam to this day, you know, because I just feel like that's just life. Certain, you know, I take the good and I leave what doesn't work. But and I don't knock Islam, and I don't knock the religion. I don't knock anything about it. It's just you know what I had experienced. So from my experience, it just made me feel like, you know what, maybe there's something great out there for me. I had another calling.
That is right, and I think that is very, very reasonable to think like that, you know. And a lot of people are going through it. I've gone through it, and sometimes it's reflective of what we've seen in our families, the ups and downs, the pros, the cons. My mother and father's relationship was not the best relationship after a while. However, my uncle and my aunt relationship, like I said this morning, 12 children and still married through all of that, through lights being turned off, all that stuff. As long as you kept the house. I mean, one of the principles I remember even my mother saying this one time, that look, your lights can go out, and your electricity, all that stuff can go out, but maintain that mortgage or that rent. Because you can work on getting that house, you know, you can get the lights back on and everything else, but keep that rent going. My mother and father used to say that a lot. And I know where that came from. And I want people that's watching us, please, like, again, share this video, because we're going to drop some real pertinent information. Our dear, beautiful sister that you see on here is no okie doke. She knows her stuff. And I'm going to put her contact right here for spiritual upliftment. You can contact Empress Aisha Moore. That's Aisha Moore. That's a powerful name itself, Empress Aisha Amour at Gmail also, and you can spread love to her via Cash App at Empress Amour, and PayPal at Aisha McBride. I like that McBride because there's something that's saying you're supposed to be something, a bride. It's like not McDonald,
I never the thought of marriage and things like that used to for the most part made me feel like this, like, oh my gosh, like the thought of it is like, oh my gosh, you're like, oh my gosh, oh my god.
It was scary, huh?
It's so funny because I do believe in relationships. I do believe in being loyal and faithful.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe in those principles of sustaining a healthy relationship. But something about being married, that the actual, marriage, that something about that just, I don't know. Maybe, I think it's just the way that traditionally how it's done. It just don't sit well with me. But maybe, something more on a spiritual note, you just do it like, do your own thing, between you and your partner and whoever else, brings with you, and have your own ceremony. To me, that could work. But, that other traditional sign them up, bring them over to the government, let them know, look, we married. I just, I'm the one. I'm just like, I ain't the one. You expect to walk on that aisle and sign those papers. I'm not, I am not the one.
No, I understand. Hey, and a lot of people got to recognize that marriage, as it's been taught to us here in the Americas, is not ours.
It's not
the same way. And it's not just one to one person. It's actually family to family in ancient systems. Family to family. That's why some people, dynasties was created out of family to family. They're looking for bloodline. That's why people they did consultations, or what people might call readings, or people did checking the blood out to make sure the blood was right and exact. It's because your family is business and love is law. That's why some people was arranged marriages, because they knew. Even this movie that's coming out on March the 5th, Coming to America, is based on those, although it's a parody and all that of different things. It's based on what kingdoms and queendoms used to do to unify and strengthen the family. And everything has its place, whether you're doing polygamy or monogamy, or polygyny. Everything has its place, and it's just to see what has worked over the years, what has worked, and what has survived, what has been nation building. We got to really study those things, because a lot of us come out of dysfunctional families. Dysfunctional people being together just because, not even loving each other anymore, just because, just because of the children, just because of the keep their face, keep the right face, that you don't want to, politicians do that, the man or the woman could fool around, and they'll, just because they keep face and keep the money and keep everything intact.
Yeah.
It's about that business. You want to destroy the business, then you got problems. But if you want, and that's what we have to look at. One of the things that I've learned over the years about my own self, and going through marriage 3 times in different aspects of my life, from young all the way until my last one was probably like 6 something years ago. Yeah. So just looking at that, going through those different types of marriages, and all of them was based on some type of religious thing, some type of religious background. The first marriage was definitely under the Ansarul law community, under Imam Isa at that time. And the next one was under the Nation of Islam. Okay. And the other one I was now more conscious, but I married a Sunni Muslim. And usually if you don't have, in that last marriage, it's interesting because that person, because of that strict Sunni life, they was against the numerology and all of that. Although I met with the Imam and we discussed it, we had counseling and all that, discussed it. And the Imam was very honest, and I like that. He was born under a master number himself, which is interesting. 11, which is interesting to me. And he said that numerology and astrology was not permitted, but they have gray areas because a lot of people sometimes paraphrasing that some people went towards worshiping it and not depending on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah. That's the problem he had. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly, that's why I don't come from that premise. I tell people astrology, numerology is not to be worshipped. It's just guiding, just like anything. It's for guidance. Yeah. It's just for GPS. It's for what a longitude and latitude of who you are and what you are and what you need to do, whether you do it on a high level or low level, and whether you use religion as a part of this movement. It's to develop yourself. It's not there for you to control you. It's just letting you know what you're able to accomplish if you at least pay attention to the guidelines. And that's what, and he, and what's so funny, when he knew I wrote a book, he bought the book straight out of my hand. Wow. Imam, well-known Imam in New York City. Well, when I say big, I mean big. And I'm not going to say his name, respect to him, but he bought the book. Numbers are simple. People are complicated, because the way I broke it down and explained it, and I showed him that that's not my premise. That's not my heart, because I came out of all these schools, Islam. I came out of all these schools. So I knew how to write it. And due to my research, I was able to pull and show people that no, according to the research, it's not what Europeans have been using it for, calling it New Age and all that. And New Age was founded by H.P. The name New Age was started by H.P. Blavatsky, and the rest of them are amongst Aleister Crowley. But this couldn't be New Age if they went and studied and keep on saying it coming from Egypt and Africa. So this is ancient age, but they're flipping it to help their people or help guide their people in their way, which is all right. They can do that. But ours, it's in our bloodline. It's our descendants to understand the spirit realm and how to connect with it, because we got to go back there. What would you say? What you was going to say, sister? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, I was just responding like, yeah, because it's new for them. Yes. It's a new age. It's new age for them. It's not for us. Even though we are coming to relearn it, to be reawakened. And but it's not new to our genetics. It's not new to us. Right. It's in our DNA. So it's like I feel what I feel about numerology and astrology is that all religion is based around that. All religion is based around some form of voodoo. They all have blood sacrifice in them. Right. That's a form of voodoo. But when someone do voodoo and they do blood sacrifice, it's like, ooh, that's evil. But when you go slaughter a lamb or a goat at the end of a holy month, or at a birth of a child, that's a form of voodoo. Under the name of the Most High, and it's the same difference. So I just feel that we just need to really wake up, because we want to box the Creator in a religion, and say this is as far as you can go. It's like it's a cap on it, and this is as far as you can go. But life is about expansion, and you go into different schools of spirituality. You're learning different. You're being spiritually expanded, and you're growing. And that's how we were able to evolve and to mature as a people in our DNA. But if we just narrow it down and say and lock the Most High in one space, versus whether it's Islam or Christianity, whatever we decide, if the Most High is calling you to study numerology, then study numerology. If you're being called to study astrology. Whatever you're being called to, do it, because there's something in it for your development and for the future to come, the future generations to come.
Yes, awesome. Yes, and that is hey, I love that. I admire your deep understanding, and sometimes a lot of people don't especially in relationship, a lot of us don't understand that our path is our path.
Mhm.
And it was a great reggae artist that said, I was flying in an airplane. I believe I was going to Jamaica at that time. And I was heading to Jamaica, and I picked up a magazine in the Jamaican newspaper, and they featured a reggae artist who helped guide me years ago when I was in the Ansar Law community. He was also part of the Ansars, but his name was Jimmy Cliff. Major reggae star. You know, the harder he come and many rivers to fall across. He sung that song. That's like a funeral song for a lot of people. And he wrote in a magazine, the airline magazine, he said, religion are just schools of life.
It is.
Schools of life, schools and tools
It is.
that we use to guide. So big up to Jimmy Cliff, whom I know his son Umar and Lukman. That's just two of his sons. He has more children than that. And Umar, last year, at the beginning of last year, my birthday, I was in Texas with Umar and his beautiful wife Kanisha, whom came together at one of my lectures. And Kanisha was a good friend of mine. And Umar is a good friend. He used to secure my venues and Brother Polite's venues back in the day. And Umar knew it was my birthday. He knew how much I meant, how much his father meant to me. And he called his father to talk to me for my birthday. Wow. And that I started, tears came to my eyes because it was Jimmy Cliff that said to me at the restaurant, not just because I read his story, but before I read his story, he said to me at the restaurant on Bushwick Avenue in Brooklyn at the Ansar Law restaurant, while I was a pizza man, I was making whole wheat pizza and I was cooking breakfast and doing a lot of the stuff around. He said to me, I said, Jimmy, you know, I grew up listening to your music and I always wanted to be a reggae artist. I aspired to be a reggae artist. And he said, hey, brethren, he said, do what you love to do, you know, brethren. Tell me, do what you love to do. And that must have germinated something in me, because that night, I think, or that week, I was in the restaurant cleaning up at night. We cleaning at night, you know, because we have to clean up for the next morning before Fajr, got to make prayer and all that stuff. And on the radio, on I think it was WHBI at that time, before they turned into WNWK. On the radio, they had a contest. And I decided to enter the contest. Mm-hmm. And I sang one of my songs over the phone on the radio from the Muslim community. And I won the contest. I won the contest because before I went in the community, I won it numerous times and then I disappeared. Mm-hmm. And went into the Muslim community, which was around the crack era. So I basically saved my life because there was a lot of stuff going on. Somebody tried to poison our weed one time, marijuana, before I went into the community. And they come back to us telling us that they laced our weed, trying to get us hooked. Oh. And that, going back, I just want to say, in 83, that person tried to get us hooked with putting hash or crack or something in the weed. And when I smoked the weed, I knew it was funny. I said I felt funny. And they wanted to go out and do some craziness. And I said, no, I'm going to sleep. I'm going home because I'm going in my house to go sleep because this don't feel right. Okay. My spirit said, go home and go lay down. And I went straight to bed. And the next day, the guy, one of my brethren who said that the guy put hash and I think crack cocaine inside the weed, laced the weed and tried to get us high and stuff. I don't know what they did with him. You know, me personally, I don't, you know, I just didn't do it again. You know, I didn't want nobody to do that to my mind. So moving forward again, Jimmy Cliff was the one that told me that. And when I left that community in 88, mm-hmm. in 89, I recorded the song, Black and White Story, that some of y'all hear me play, had the most terrible flu ever. And I still went over there to the studio, HF Studios in Long Island. I remember that vividly because Philip Smart was there. The late, great Philip Smart, and Shaggy's producer, dear friend of mine, because Shaggy and I, all of us went to Erasmus and went to school together. Shaggy's producer, Sting International, was the board op handling the mix. And I wasn't feeling well, but I know I wanted to do this song. And I went in there, Aisha, and did the song in one take. You could hear it in my voice too. If you listen to my song clearly, Black and White Story, you can hear that I'm singing through my nostrils and not singing from my diaphragm, because I can sing from a diaphragm. Because when I sing from my diaphragm, you'll hear the whole thing bellow out. But when I was so stuffed up and flued up, I had a flu.
Oh,
we tried the one take. He said we try to practice first in the studio, and then we tried the song. They played the track, and I just went in and I just did it one time, and that was it. Finished that song, went up to number 5 on the reggae chart. That's how crazy that was. It was up there with Shabba, Shaggy, Yellowman, Supercat. Yeah. We up there in the top 10s back in those days. So big up to Clinton Lindsay, and big up to my producer at that time, Clive Hudson, the Master Blaster, who was the one who produced that particular. It's called Black and White Story. Y'all hear me play it? I'm turning it into a children's book next. So I'm remixing and reinventing. We're moving into it because it's a historical book. It's a historical song. And like I said, Jimmy Cliff was the one that sparked it back into me to go ahead and pursue what I love to do. Even if I had some loss going back to relationship, family. I had some loss because I left that community with my pregnant wife at that time because she didn't want to leave the community. And she wanted to stay there. And I understand security. I understand that, although my father said he was going to, he promised to get an apartment or help me get an apartment or whatever. Her mother and her brother and family was there. So I understood that security and she wanted to stay there. But I just could not be there. There's a whole story. I'm going to write about it in my autobiography because there's a whole story why I really fully left. There's a whole gamut of stuff. But my autobiography is called When the Late Bell Rang. And that's going to be coming out probably by next year. We're going to make that happen. But it just goes to show you, I'm saying that because it goes to show you that different relationships or different people that you meet in your life can trigger certain things. All of the relationships don't have to be intimate relationships. Sometimes it's friends. Sometimes it's business. So even with using numbers, family, or using spiritual systems or whatever, it helps to give you guidance on who and how to deal with certain people in your life. Your baby father could have just been your friend or a business partner that wasn't supposed to be your baby daddy. That's how this thing could be. Crazy. Yeah, say it again.
Or he could have just been your student.
Just the student, or your teacher. Or your teacher.
Exactly. Be like, what was I thinking? I'm way smarter than this. I should have just been there just to inform this person, just to be their enlightenment. Like, I realize that sometimes you might be dating your teacher, or
right.
The teacher. You might be the student. They might be the student. Y'all both might just be students. So the blind can lead the blind. So it's like you gotta recognize. You gotta know. My thing with relationships is, when you meet somebody who you have like a passionate energy with, connection with, the main thing is to just sit back and just meditate on it and find out from the Most High, why is this alignment here? What is purpose?
Hey, sister, somebody shouting you out, Sister Aisha. Sinetta shouting you out. He said, "Tell my sister I said I miss her."
Oh, Sinetta, I miss you too. You rock. Yo.
Big up to Cash. Again, big up to my brother, Sinetta. I was just watching him in Nepal, the Empress over there in Nepal doing their thing. So big up to Sinetta. Thanks, Sinetta. Yes, she missed you too, my brother.
Never forget you. Always.
Yeah. Good brother. Yeah. As you were saying, thanks, Sinetta. Big up to Sinetta. Make sure y'all support. Sinetta was one of those people that put me on television also and helped propel my numerology, because I did a whole PowerPoint on Sinetta's show. So he helped me to do what I do. Big up to Benita. Benita's in here, Benita Sutton. So I know Benita is one of his moderators. So big up to Benita all the time. What's up, Benita? All right, but Sanet is my boy, man. Yeah, Sanet is my boy. Nepal is in here. What? Nepal is here too. What's up, Nepal? My goodness, the whole crew. Sanet is still there. It's the King Simon say, "What's up?" Thank you, Nepal. What's up, girl? Superstar Nepal. What's up? Okay. Yeah, the Queen. The Queen is in the building. When the Queens and the Kings start popping up, that's also hizzle for shizzle. But we're talking about relationships and using numbers and how to, make the connection, and using not just numbers, but spiritual systems, because whether it's religion, whether you're under Hebrew, Islam, Christianity, Rasta, there's religious aspects from business, intimate relationships, children, dealing with children. That is something powerful and something we have to really look at. And I know, and I'm not going to say I believe, because we're in the age of knowing. We're right at the tip of the age of this misnomer, this thing called Aquarius, where it's the age of knowing. Pisces was the age of belief. It's time to know what you know, and then keep on learning and to want to know. So everything is opening up for you. So I know that numerology and astrology or tarot or various other modalities are there to help you, not control you. And like I said earlier, the well-known imam in the Sunni Muslim, when I discussed it with him when I was married to one of his members of that masjid, he said the gray areas is there because some people worship this stuff and depend on it all the time. I don't set up my life on numerology, to tell you the truth. But if I know there's something major that I have to do or some kind of major vibration that I have to be on, I will consult the numbers to remind me of what I need to do or how I need to move so I can prep myself for what needs to be. It's just like a GPS. It triangulates what's going on in your life. Gives you the ups and downs. It gives you the police obstructions going on. It gives you the there's something on the road. There's a crash on the road, especially if you got Wave. If you're driving Wave, so I'll be on the highway. There's a Wave app. The Wave app, you see all those kind of things. Those are the things we pay attention to in the GPS, because all of us are using GPS. Some of us are using GPS just to go home at night, and they live up the block. Don't make sense to me. How you live off the block and you using GPS? Siri, take me home. Huh? You know your way home. You're right up the block. But we made these things, so we're depending so much on these things. Mm-hmm. They've controlled our life. And I got it. We're in the age of technology and all that kind of stuff. I've got it. Let's get it in. All right. Yeah. So, from your perspective, Sister Empress Aisha, from what can be better in Islam? What can be better? Hey, look, let's make it happen. Let's be honest with it. What can make Islam better as far as relationship wise, and male and female dealing with each other and all types of things? Go ahead.
What can make Islam better is to be true to yourself. To be true to yourself. If you're not true to the principles of Islam, then don't be in it. Don't do it, because Islam isn't for everyone. There's people who become Muslims just because of circumstances, For example, when my father became a Muslim, I mean, this was before I was born, but he was locked up when he became Muslim, and that was back then. That was more like a security tactic, to protect yourself, so you could have a brotherhood, and then, it was other reasons behind that as well. But, it's like, they come into the religion because they like, oh, you know what? I could have more than one wife. Oh, I like that. Let me go and be a Muslim, I usually find that women usually join Islam for the principles of wanting a virtue, for just to feel like they're being validated as a woman. They come in with a different motives, and when brothers come in, they have a different motive. So it's like, if your motives is not aligned, and it's not aligned with Islam, then you don't belong there. Don't for the benefits, and that's it. Because then you know, you can end up still your heart could still be in the world, and you know, but yet you're fronting and portraying yourself as if you're a Muslim. You know? I say,
Wow.
you know, don't come in, don't go into Islam if you're not going to be true to it, and that goes for any religion or any
That's right.
cause. And that
That's
that goes to even in the conscious community. Don't say you one of us and you still, you know, living in the world, and you know you want a king or queen or whatever you want to, emperor, empress, whatever you want to label, you know,
that's right.
the other partner, and then you still want to sleep around, you still want to do all the dirt and whatever else, you know. It just, the world, you know,
Yeah.
just yeah, you get it.
No,
Just
no,
don't.
no, I get it. No, that's right. That's right. Somebody just asked, Cheyenne Divine said a female 8, I guess. Okay, they're born the 26th of August, which is also which is a Virgo energy. The male is the 14th of September. This is also another different type of Virgo. Been in a relationship for 4 years. We invest into stocks and crypto together. Very smart, because in actuality, when you deal with the personal numbers, and I'm gonna put myself up in the front, so I'm gonna break down some numbers real quick. When you deal with personal numbers like the 26 and the 14 in the metaphysical science of numerology, that adds up to the number 40. And 4D or 4T is that number of building together, is the building to extremities, building together. Stocks is a part of the building, crypto together, but also buying property is also a part of the building, and communicating clearly with each other. So I'm talking to this couple that just threw it up, and she said they've been into a relationship for 4 years, and 26 plus the 14 equals 40. Again, so think about what I'm saying. 4 plus 0 is 4. Y'all been together for 4 years. This is the foundation you're supposed to build because of the two personal numbers. Now, a lot of numerologists say, "Yo, you ain't do this. You ain't add nothing." No, see, I'm a numerovation. I'm a numerovator. I don't do just numerology. I do motivation numerology, how to motivate you and and activate your numbers to help you maximize it so you can be better in your religion, better in your way of life, better in what you do, and make things happen in your life. It has helped me. That's why I'm traveling. I'm down here in Florida, hanging out with good friends. You know what I'm saying? So it's so important that you learn these different things. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with the study of numbers or astrology. I'm a numerovator. I want to make it clear to people. And I don't do readings. I do consultations and advisory sessions to help bring out the best in you if you want to take those steps. Mathematics work behind the scene, behind your computer with the binary code, behind your calculators, behind your boost, your speaker systems, your phones. Numbers work behind the scenes. So I don't care if you don't believe in numbers. I don't care. Numbers don't even care if you believe in them, because numerology is objective. It's not subjective. We give you the pros and the cons, the ups and the downs, the to and the fros. You know, I like what Brother CeeLo did on Brother Sanetta's show, because he showed the congas on how you can use the numbers in mathematics and how mathematics work with sound and rhythm and all that. That's the truth. So big up to CeeLo. He used to be in the Ansar community. You know what I'm saying? So that is a big plus for what they did. You know what I'm saying? So let me see who else is on the line here. Let me see. Me and my husband are both 4s, and things seem to flow naturally with us from the beginning. Okay. Yeah, well, see, when you have 4s, always remember, if y'all are both, you're under the vibration of the 4. You're not 4s. Because I don't want people to, it's just like people saying, I'm an Aquarius, I'm a Gemini, I'm a this. No, you're under the vibration of those. That's misnomer, Gemini and Aquarius. you're under the misnomer of what is called four and all. It's a four energies, a four vibration. So when you have, if you consider yourself fours or under that four vibration, then sometimes it can be a weird relationship if y'all don't learn to lay the foundation and be clear in your communication on how you're going to deal with each other to make this foundation build up, 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 or it will go down, down, down. Oh, see, you said you're right. You said I'm right, huh, sister? I'm just saying, numbers don't lie. People lie to themselves most of the time. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Numbers don't lie. People lie to themselves. So, and I'm in touch with the numbers, not from what I've been studying, because I just got a whole book. I paid for this book. This is, I bought $65 for this book, the Numerology Bible, because I like to study. It back in the day it was worth $19, $19.95. But hey, it's not this. It's not the same year now. I understand people are selling. Look, I spend thousands of dollars on books, but I tell people why I do that is because I like to sharpen my mind and sharpen my sword. Because I don't get into debates and none of that stuff, because no one on here can't tell me they don't deal with numbers or some type of calculation or computation or adding or subtracting. No one on here, even in rural areas where they don't have a computer, they have to gather and hunter and gather to gather food, enough amount. They have to count it and divvy it out for family and all that kind of stuff. They have to count. So you can't tell me that numbers don't exist, not just in this system, but in the rural systems where you might not see. And it's Seminoles. They know how many arrows they got. They created their own counting system. And our dear brother and elder, Baba John Henry Clark, and I wrote about him in this book, Numerovation for Mental Stability. He actually did and I read this before, he did a intro to a book called Africa Counts, Numbers and Patterns in African Culture. John Henry Clark, the historian, the great one that we respect, wrote this in the book. He said, using numbers and patterns as organizing principles, describes the numeration system, some of them highly complex, the mystical attributes of numbers, geometry in art and architect, and mathematical games, all of which reveal a higher developed understanding of mathematics. He's talking about the author, she uses photograph, graphs, diagraph, personal anecdotes, and quotations from African literature or oral tradition to document this contribution to a hitherto little known aspect of African culture. What is John Henry Clark saying? He's telling you that all that stuff started with us. It already existed, the mystical part, the mathematical part. And I wrote it in my book so I can bring something out to let people know that, our historians knew this. Our Babas knew this. There's numbers in the pyramids. There's numbers in all of our great old artifacts. Numbers. There's books of numbers. You know, there's books of numbers. They call it the book of numbers in your scriptures. You know, they call it the book of numbers. I see my sister. You still there, sister? You still there? Okay, I see you still there. And let me go to this person here who put their birthdays up. Let me see. You know, then make sure y'all hit me up on Cash App now. Don't play around now. Make sure you please thumb up the video and share the video. Remember that. And show some love via Cash App by King Simon 3158. That's King Simon 3158. Now this person says, Coach Michael, hey, what's up, Coach? Coach Michael says he's 25, 725, 74 is the female, and 729 is the male. Now, I'm dealing with just the personal numbers, just to show how personally y'all supposed to work with each other. So 25 plus that 29, let's deal with that. That adds up to 54. The five in numerology represents the need to adapt to each other and need to be versatile with each other and the need to have fun with each other, because that's a communication number like the number 4 and the 3, but it's a communication on the freedom sense that there's times when both of y'all need to be in your own headspace. Both of y'all need to be in your own headspace, whether your own office or whether she has her own den, whatever it is. There's times when y'all need, but there's times when communication has to be clear, but be fun and jovial and laughing. And remember, the 4 is the discipline and the structure and the organization. Then it adds up to the 9, which is higher thought patterns of love, higher thought patterns of consummating the love continually and always staying on a higher level. Because if you don't do that, then it will cause arguments, because that 9 is an argumentative number on the negative. That's why you two have to always be creative in your relationship, be willing to communicate with each other on multiple levels, because the 5 and the 4 can communicate as long as the 5 is allowed to show its energy as being adaptable to whatever's going on and loving the freedom of traveling and doing what you got to do, but making sure y'all are clear in conversation. Y'all have eye-to-eye contact. Y'all know what's going on. And the 9 develops universal love and understanding for who y'all are supposed to be together. And I'm just using 2 numbers. Imagine when I do the whole breakdown of the numbers, when I do the year, the days, and the month. I'm just using your birthday, the date you were born. I ain't even use the rest of it because I'm keeping it simple, because I can get long. It's a whole dissertation if you want me to get it. That's a whole dissertation. Oh, I'm big at this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Okay? So make sure. Where's my sister? My sister still there? You ready to come on? Sister? You ready to come on? I'm looking at you. I see you. You ready? Whenever you're ready. Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Let me put you back on.
You was flowing.
Okay, you know what I'm doing? My thing. You know me. I start kicking backside and taking names when I start getting into my flow.
Yeah, at the feed, and they was dropping their numbers and their birthdays. I'm like, okay, you're about to go in.
Yeah. They see that, but that Cash App better be lighting up. Y'all better stop playing. I don't see Cash App lighting up. Y'all playing games. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't see Cash Apps lighting up. Y'all like these free things, huh? Uh-huh. They like freedom. Freedom. Yo, they like a freedom.
Numbers all the time.
Go ahead, sister. What you say?
And like you see, 44, anything that's double, 22. Yeah. Like you constantly see double numbers.
Yes. If you constantly see double numbers, what that means?
Yeah.
What's interesting about double numbers is they are what we call the master numbers, right? Mm-hmm. In numerology, they call it the master numbers because of the doubling of the energy, because of the 2 numbers bringing more energy behind each other. That's why it's called the master number. And usually they ascribe esoterical or more powers to them. The doubling of anything or the tripling of anything it adds more power to it. That's why in the system of numerovation that I've created, I call 10, 20, 30, people born under those dates, the master number potential, or 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, because 0, if you add the 0 to that, it's just like adding 5 plus 0 plus equals 5. But in actuality, that 0 is a number to be reckoned with, because 0 represents infinite power, it represents the void, it represents the womb that all numbers came out of. So anything that 0 precedes adds depth, adds more potential to it. For instance, let's go to your bank account. Let's say you went to the bank and you only had $100. That's 100. And you go back the next day and it has $10,000. How many 0? And you'll be like, how the hell did $10,000 get in my bank account? Oh, zeros. Whoa. Next day you got $1 million. Like, wow. You, first of all, you think you're robbing the bank or somebody watching you or something's going on here. We're not paying attention. 0. They like to say it's not a number. A lot of numerologists in history try to say it's not a number, but Zero is what made this computer system go. 001, 001, 01, 001, 001. What I see male, female, male, male, female, female, male, female, female. When I see it, I see the balance.
Yes.
Some people don't see the balance. And they're playing games. You know what I'm saying? I remember talking to Billy Carson. I'm going to have him on my show soon too after I do his podcast. Talking to Billy Carson, and I said, "Yo, I dream numbers, and I don't dream numbers in the sense of lotto and all that. I dream numbers so I can actually learn the mathematical, spiritual sciences on the other side, so I can bring it to what I'm going to write next. I got things to write." Do me a favor, family. Hold on 1 second. Do not use Super Chat. I said, please read that. It says, do not use Super Chat. Use Cash App or use PayPal. You can use my PayPal. Leia, do not use Super Chat. They playing games with it. I don't play games with Super Chat. That's why I put on there, do not use Super Chat, please. So make sure you withdraw your money from Super Chat, sister. Don't send it to Super Chat. Send it to Cash App. Send it to the Cash App. That's King $King Simon 3158. Or you can see it scrolling, my PayPal scrolling on the bottom, and that's King Simon. www.paypal.me/King Simon. Okay. I know you did. I know you use Super Chat. Don't worry about it. But I love YouTube, but I ain't got no time to be playing games with them. I got things to do. You know what I'm saying? I got family to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So understanding these numbers again is just to help guide you. And when you see the doubling of number, have you been seeing doubling numbers lately?
I'm always seeing them.
Okay, so every time you see it, you have to look at it. Huh?
Every day.
Every day.
Like this. It's like I wake up and I look at the phone. It could be 9:22. I could look at the phone later on, a few hours later. It could be 2:44. It goes like that. So I'm like, okay, I got to pay attention.
And a good book to get. And I tell everybody, see, I can show you better than I can tell you. Good book to get is by Doreen Virtue.
Okay.
It's called Angel Numbers 101. Let me put that up in front here so people can see it. Angel Numbers, because this is a basic Angel Numbers book on how to recognize each three of those numbers when they show up. She got them from 1 all the way to 999. All right. So if you've seen 9, let's say you've seen 922. From her perspective, the 922 is this: hold the faith about your divine mission in life. You are qualified to fulfill this mission and are supported in all ways. The more you trust and have faith, the better everything goes. That's what that is saying.
Okay.
When I look at it, see, because everybody has their interpretation, and every interpretation is right as long as it's giving the guidance of making you understand the duality of what the numbers are also saying. Because when I look at it, I look at 9, then I look at the 22, or I look at 9, then I look at the 2, and then I look at the 2, or I will add up the 9 plus the 2 plus the 2, and that equals the 13. I will see all of it because I tell people in my new book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, and my old book, look at numbers holistically. That's why I study multiple systems to get the basic understanding so I can help guide people better when I do a session for them. Because I see all their master numbers. I can find their angel numbers that come up. I can find their demon numbers. When I say demon numbers, there's a duality. So don't get all caught up. There's another side to there's a duality to everything. So that's why I just said demon number, just to throw it up, because God and Satan is the same darn thing as far as I'm concerned. Two different energies. That's all. One is positive, one is negative. Or God and dog. The God energy, the God vibe, and the dog, the beast energy. Because Satan is always.
Okay, you froze. Hold on. All right, looked like he froze for a minute. We was flowing with that one. See what's going on, King Simon. King Simon, this is well, family. We're just going to be chilling for a minute till we get Brother King Simon back. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Much love. Yep.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I see. I noticed we was going through some stuff. So, I hope people understand that that what I do in Numerovation is put the two worlds of motivational speaking that I've learned and studied under various speakers from the Les Browns and all the people with Les Brown, I studied with him for a whole month in 2005. And that was very significant to me because that brother pulled out a lot out of me just being in his circle. And then he put us in different circles to come up with different motivational situations that we're going to take our business to the next level and all that. That's how he trained us, at the New York Penn Hotel. New York Penn Hotel is where Nikola Tesla was found dead years ago, back in the day. So, there's a whole lot with the whole 369 and all that kind of stuff. So getting back to your point about master numbers, when you see master numbers or you see triple numbers, recognize them, pay attention to what's happening in your life at that particular time. And like I said, when you see 922 adds up to a 13, it's still telling you to maintain your creativity and your self-expression, but make sure you're focused on what you need to do and how you need to do. She was right what she said about 922, but I'm going to look at it other ways so I can add more to the picture. It's like, painting, like painting and art and how you build your earrings and all that. It's like adding more to the picture so it can be that final cut, so, doing numbers is fun. Numbers is fun. Somebody asked somebody born what? Somebody asked Tasha Paul, 1030. Well, first of all, 1960. Lord have mercy. What numbers are most compatible with you? People born under the 3, 6, and 9 are most compatible with you, and preferably fire signs or air signs. I'm just reading quick numbers, right? Just by looking at your numbers. 3, 6, 9, people born on the 3, 6, 9. That means people be born on the 3rd, the 30th of the month, the 12th of the month, 6, the 24th of the month, or the 15th of the month, 9, the 27th, the 18th of the month, because Libra also connects with the number 6, anybody that's going to be loving and fun will do well for you. That's for sure, because 3s love to dance. They love good music. People born under your number love to dance, love good music, love to talk. You know what I'm saying? But there's times when you need to be in your own headspace and do what you do for yourself. Okay, so stay focused. And somebody just said they see angel numbers all day, especially 222. If you're seeing angel number 222 all day, now again, this is a good book to have, but again, you have to also connect what she is saying to the other side of it and realize that when you do see these numbers, how does it relate to you? So if I read this out of that book, let me see. If I read 222 out of the book, the 222 says, Tasha Paul says true. Okay, hey, she understands. Okay, Tasha, let me put you up on the board since you said true. What I just said. Yeah, so true. Oh yeah, numbers don't lie. People lie to themselves. So, but I'm going to get back to my angel number friend here real quick. Boom. 222. Like what she says in this book, she said, trust that everything is working out exactly as it's supposed to, with divine blessings for everyone involved. Let go and have faith. 2022, 2023. Yeah, yeah. That 2022 is Professor Small's birthday, 1022. So she just said that, right? And when I look at it, because 222 are all representative of sensitive, intuitive numbers and compassionate numbers, it also says that you need to have compassion, sensitivity, and pay attention to your intuition and be willing to heal yourself first and then invite those who need healing to you. See how I see it? She said what she said was right. She right and exact. But I start looking into it even deeper, more. So we can pull out more out. So I can so I can provide a better session for you so you can understand what's going on and why you need. And 222 has the demons to him too, has the lower side. And that's indecisiveness, hard-headedness, avoiding and not listening to your intuition. You got to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? People saying, they said, let me straighten this out. Okay, y'all want to really see what the Cash App look like? Let me pull it. You know what I'm saying? They really want to say, do not send super chat, people. Do not send super chat. Do not send super chat. Please do not send super chat. That's not helping me out at all. And here's what you can send it to. King Simon 3158. That's $ King Simon 3158. Do not use super chat. Appreciate you all. Somebody said they just sent me a super chat. Okay, let me see something. I mean, super chat. They sent me a thing. Where's Foxy? Foxy, hey Foxy, what's up? Foxy, what's up? You wanted to say something? Wait a minute. Kaylin Gregg 9 female. Okay, I seen that. You sent that, but 8-9 female. What is it that you wanted to find out? 8-9 female. Let me see here. Son's birthday, 07. Oh, wow. Oh man, that's a master number. He got all three. He got three. He got not only the angel numbers, he has the master numbers, her son. With your son, just remember, with like I always say, with master numbers, with great power comes great responsibility. Let me say that again. With great power, since master numbers have so much power to them, it comes great responsibility. So don't hold your son back, but yet help him to understand his inner worth as well as his outer worth, and have him listen to motivational people, motivational speakers, whether they're children, young people that are doing motivational things, or elders that are doing motivation. Because 22 sometimes have a tendency to get to attract secret enemies or secret haters. And sometimes they might think because they give of themselves and they're such a loving person, they might give people the benefit of the doubt, when in actuality, that person, Benita, you're not paying attention. I said, do not send super chat. Read what I said on this thing. It says, do not send super chat. It says only use Cash App. Do not send super chat, please. And you and I already said something about you and your husband already. I don't have to keep on saying it. I'm not gonna keep on saying that's one thing I gotta tell people. I gotta tell people all the time. I don't want you to follow me. This is not a person that wants to be a leader of anything. I'm a leader of my own self, and I'm a number one, so I'm direct. I'm one of those number one energies, so I'm direct to the point. I don't pussyfoot and beat around the bush. I ain't got no time for that. Let me tell you something. I want you to study this for yourself so you can use it for yourself, because me, Lloyd Strahan, and most of these other numerologists ain't going to be around forever. So it's incumbent upon you to do it for you and stop second guessing your powers, because all of us know how to do this. We just need to tap in. I seen Sister Nepal do telekinesis on her YouTube channel. All of us have that power. I used to do that, but I just don't engulf myself in that. I've done it. And when I seen her do it, I said, "Oh man, I used to do that when I was young." You know what I'm saying? Stuff I used to do. So it's very important that a lot of us learn to do this stuff. That's why I teach classes. That's why Lloyd teach classes, and I want people to take Lloyd's classes, because Lloyd has the basics of numerology in the beginners and the intermediate classes. You take his classes. Let me remove that out the way. Move that out the way. Take his classes on lloyd-strayhorn.com. Take his classes at lloyd-strayhorn.com. Pre-recorded classes. He has the pre-recorded stuff for you, and he at least gives you the basis of numerology. He gives you all of the cosmetics of numerology, because that is the research school he comes from. I created my own system. Although it's based on numbers and motivation, I created a thing called the BATH method. How to apply your mathematics from a basic level, application. Because, a lot of y'all, why y'all ain't sending cash apps and doing the things that y'all take this as parlor tricks. And I'm not here to be your magician. I'm not like that. I've learned this. I take time. I carry books with me. I study. I go into my meditation. Before I even do sessions with people, I really go within to see if I could pull out what I can pull out from them. And sometimes our people, they don't respect the knowledge and the information that can give them guidance. And sometimes our people are lazy and don't want to do the more work because it does require work. This is not microwave. Stop thinking that just because you get a session with one person or another person or somebody else, that it's going to happen all of a sudden. Shazam, overnight, abracadabra. No, it don't work like that. Right, Empress Aisha? Nothing work like that. You've given birth to 2 girls. Did it come in 1 month? Did those children come in 1 month? Huh? Did that baby come out of your womb in 1 month?
Oh, Lord, no.
No, it takes the process. And if you're not willing to do the process, don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. Because I give you homework. I tell you what you need to do and what you need to look at and what you need to prepare. Don't waste my time. I don't like being waste time because I'm writing and I'm doing multiple things. And as much as I love doing what I love to do, I don't love to waste time. I don't like wasting time. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people don't realize. So I want you to learn. I want you to do a consultation, but I want y'all to be serious about what you're going to do. And you don't have to keep on coming back. People usually ask me, how many times you think I should come back? When you have major situations that you just are not sure, that's when I tell people to come back. I don't say you should do it every 3 months, you should do it every month, or you should do it every once. Nah, I say, look, you can do it before your birthday, or you do it when you're about to make certain moves, or you're about to move to certain countries, because then we can do the mathematics so you can know what you're, or you learn it for yourself. Mm-hmm. This brother has one of the best books in the world, Lloyd Strayhorn, one of the best books in the world, to be able to point out all the little nuances that he researched over years. Lloyd, without doubt, is one of the best that you can understand if you speak English. And he's very humble and quiet and smooth with it. You see, I'm bigging up my teacher because you got to give a man or woman their props. I give people them props. It's not just about me doing this. It's not about me doing that. It's because of him is why I did this. It's not about him too. This is a white dude. He used to work for NASA. I'm not afraid to give the knowledge. Some of y'all ain't willing to put in the work. That's the problem. And I'm not afraid to show the information. Indian numerologist, he been transitioned. Indian numerologist. Some of y'all ain't willing to do the work. I got Ali Muhammad's cookbook or his healing book, $300. I ain't afraid to do the work and go study and learn and then take what I need and then get rid of the rest if I don't need it. I ain't afraid of that. That's what we need in our community. We need the saints, soldiers, scholars, healers, and killers. I said that on Fly Nubian Queen's show the other day. Because we all have it in us, but not everybody's going to do all of that. So we need the saints. We need the saints that's going to go marching in and have a good time, speak to the people, make sure they feel good. We need the soldiers that's going to be on that front line, ready to do what they got to do to make things happen. We need the saviors. We need the saviors that's going to save and give us guidance when we need guidance. Scholars, we need the scholars that are going to study and do the book work and do all the research and the cross references and all that. We need the healers. We need the healers that do spiritual healing on multiple levels to help guide, whether it's acupuncture, massage therapy, whatever. And we need the killers. Those are the underground people you probably won't see. And they come under your car with a knife in their mouth, and they doing the dead man crawl under you. Them are the ones we need. That's what Khalid Muhammad was talking about. That saint, savior, soldier, scholar, healer, and killer. All of us have it in us, but everybody has to be in that concentric circle. Everybody has to be at their level and do what they're supposed to do at their particular level at that particular time when that energy comes out. And you got to call on all your ancestors. I don't just call on numbers. I call on all my ancestors with me because they walk with me. They come to me in my dreams. All 1 million of them. Energy like you, Leo energy like you, Professor Griff. He said, one time a reader did a reading was a spiritual reader looked at him. And him and I is under the same, one energy. We under that same one energy. And he said, the spiritualist looked at it, says his angels are standing next to him. And they're about 10 foot tall.
Wow.
His angels are standing, and they're dark. They're dark angels. Like, yeah, okay. That's why, love Professor Griffin. Called me today. We talked. We had a good time because somebody called, said something crazy, and I called the guy back, and it's a whole nother thing, but I called the guy back and said, look, if you trying to threaten my brother, this ain't going down like that. That's because we come from that same school, from the Nation of Islam back in the 90s under Dr. Khalid and Farrakhan. So we still on that mode. Our mentality is still on that mode. I called my brother, make sure he was all right. He called me back, make sure I was all right. And that's how we roll. That's brotherhood. He's in Georgia, I'm in Florida right now. But if it comes down that he needs help, boom. If I need help, boom, we here. We just, I'll ride or drive away. If we can't fly, we're going to drive to him. So, man, it's so good to have spiritual protection, or realize that we all have spiritual protection that mathematically can be seen also. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what is important. That's what I see people on there, but I'm getting ready to close out, but I see people still throwing up stuff. Lloyd, hey, what's up, Nadra? Hey, Nadra, how you doing? Let me see who's there. I didn't waiting patiently for my answer. What answer you waiting for? What you got going on? What she said, waiting. I'm waiting patiently for what you put up. I didn't see my birthday. This is a relationship thing. What you want? I'm not doing birthday. I'm doing relationships. Foxy Moon, you coming in. I'm talking about relationship. Now you want a relationship. People like you born under that Cancer 19 energy, you need a man that's going to understand that they can't just push you around. Or you and one thing about Cancer's 19, because you're working with a water and a fire energy, which is interesting to me. It can be very contradictory. You could be a walking contradiction, because you might want love and sensitivity, but you ain't tolerating no bull crap. You might want love and sensitivity, but you ain't tolerating no bull crap. You heard what I said. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And that 19, because that 19 is the alpha and the omega, misnomer is alpha and the omega, you got to see things till it's finished. When you start something, finish it. Don't be indecisive. Don't be second guessing yourself. And whoever comes into your life, they have to be on a spiritual walk, spiritual journey. But they have to be a man that's going to be a man, because you're rough. You're rough. And you like that Cancerian shell, you that crab shell. And that's why when you go to crab festivals, they be beating the hell out of the crab. And I used to go to crab festivals. I didn't even eat crabs. I just used to throw parties, or I used to bring the entertainment to the crab festivals. And I used to see them all with this bib on and a big ass hammer. They beating the crabs because y'all are hard shelled. Y'all can be hard headed. And y'all sidestep things. Y'all crabs be sidestepping. When you need to go when you have that one energy, you're supposed to move forward. Move forward. But make sure whoever you deal with has that spiritual depth and that spiritual understanding of who and what you need to deal with and how you need to grow. Because submission is not just one-sided. I'll be clear about that. Submission is not, women just are not the submitters. Men submit also. Because a relationship is like a dance, a perfect ballroom dance. If you ever seen a person ballroom dance around the floor and see how they move together, that's man and woman submitting to each other to create this elegant flow. It's just like studying Tai Chi and the yin and the yang, and you doing the flow and all of that kind of stuff. It's just like martial arts, yin and yang. You have to know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? The dance won't work if one person can't dance. It'll look crazy. I've seen that on the dance floor too. You look like two people tripping, busting their ass. You know, Aisha?
I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly.
Yeah, that's right. See, I got 2 water signs. He got to be on a spiritual dirt. See, that's a spiritual journey. That's a 7. He's a spiritual man. He's a spiritual one. And again, with y'all two, yeah, whatever business you do, it has to be spiritual business too. Foxy Moon has to be spiritual. Y'all got 2 water signs here. It can get real emotional and intense, but at the end of the day, y'all got to learn how to retreat from each other sometimes. Retreat in your own room, your own meditation space, your own love space, and then come back together. Learn to also understand, because your number, the 19 plus that 17, I'm plus that 7. That 7 plus the 19 equals 26, and 26 is a number 8, but 2 and the 6 represents compassion and balance. 2 both numbers that work represents compassion and balance and love. And then the 8 is a karmic number that if you don't learn to flow with each other, karmic, remember 8 is shaped like, when it's turned to the side, it's shaped like a infinity sign. Mm-hmm. But in actuality, it's like in another form of numerology, it's 2 zeros on top of each other, one going counterclockwise, one going clockwise. So either you can build and destroy your relationship because of lack of communication. Foxy Moon, that was for you. Peace. All right, I see one more person. This is gonna be the last one because I know you gotta get to bed, and I gotta do some studying and then go to bed. Or you might not be doing it. Who's that? It's my birthday today. Today is your birthday? Okay, King Simon for advanced inspiration. It's my birthday today, Pisces. So who would I be compatible? What? Wait a minute. I'm trying to get what you're talking about here. What the heck is this? I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to get what she's saying here. Your birthday is today. Today is the 28th. Mm-hmm. Pisces. And that person is a Capricorn. I guess you're a Pisces and that person is a Capricorn. This relationship could work. 28 plus, let's deal with the personal numbers. 3 equals 31. With 3 and the 1, it's very interesting energy because the 3 deals with this relationship. You have to dance together. You have to enjoy music together. You have to be, you're both, one is, you're a Pisces, he's an earth sign. Pisces and earth signs can work very well together but on the other side, if your communication ain't clear, y'all, instead of growing plants, you will create mud. That's water and earth. If y'all not communicating well, because when water and earth come together, they help to fertilize and grow things. They help pollinate. They take the pollen and they start to put the pollen into the ground. The water helps to seep it in, and then they start fertilizing things. But if it's not working in unison, guess what? Problems. So y'all got to work it together. Don't forget that Cash App, people. Y'all be playing games. Y'all be playing games. Probably mean their birthday is 3/1. Depending on where they're coming from. Gloria, where's she coming from? Oh, she's from England. Yeah, that's right. She's a Pisces. So her birthday is not today. Today is not her birthday. Today, we're not. Oh, y'all in England. Oh, that's right. Thank you, Benita. That's right. She's in England. So yeah, she's already in March the 1st. Okay, pardon me. I thought today was your birthday, the 28th, and then that person was. Okay. You're in London, England. See, y'all got to stop that. London, England. You know you're dealing with Americans here. You know, my family's from Caribbean, so I know that's how y'all that's how you speak. You're born 1st of March. All right. Yeah, you're born the same day as Harry Belafonte, and you're born the same day as Burning Spear. Okay. And people born on March the 1st, again, People born with that energy. There's a spiritual walk that, because y'all have a weird energy sometimes. You're very weird sometimes with communication. So it's very important that whoever deals with you, they have to be able to have a good flowing communication with you in order for you. And it has to be also a spiritual communication that will work also because of your Piscean energy, but also because you have that one energy that can be again a contradiction, because one is a fire number and you're dealing with an air, a water sign, and that could be a battle sometimes. But like I tell people in my sessions, I tell them all the time. I said, look, all the elements in the universe work together. They work together. It's when it comes to humans is when we mess up, and that's only because numbers are simple. People are complicated. That's why I wrote that book. Numbers are simple. People are complicated. The complication comes from the relationship issues from the family, the relationship issues that go on from relatives in the household, things that has been compartmentalized over years. And then you bring it to your relationship. All of a sudden it comes out. So for you to find someone at this particular time would be, you'd have to be in an area that's practicing more meditative work, spiritual work, or anything that's going to, because you're born in 1960. And it's not that you're old per se. It's just 1960, 1 + 9 + 6 = 16, which is a 7. So whoever comes in your life now, because the year energy is now kicked in. See, in numerology, the month number, the day number, and the year number has a certain amount of years that their power is stronger. So from the time you were born, that 3 was very, very strong. From the time you were born to the age of 28, around that time, that 3 was strong. Where you loved to dance, you probably went to parties, enjoyed yourself, went to good old Lyman or raves back in the day. In England, y'all call them raves or whatever. Y'all did your thing. From 28 to 56 is what we call the power cycle. From 0 to 28 is the development cycle. From 28 to 56 is the power cycle. From 56 to 56 to 84, that's what we call the wisdom cycle. So you're going through these various cycles, and right now you're in a wisdom cycle because 2021 take away 1960 equals 61. So you're in your wisdom cycle where whoever comes in your life has to have a certain amount of wisdom, not just physical wisdom, but also spiritual wisdom and understanding. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's going to work for you moving forward into that next level or whatever transition when it's time for you to transition. So whoever come in your life, it's really about the spiritual work you have to do, the creative work you have to do, and the balance work. See, I talk about all this in my session. Well, number ones never mind being on their own. But why? If you can find somebody, why you want to be on your own? The only reason is that number ones don't tolerate too much crap. That's why you don't want. And then you have that 7 energy that likes to be a loner. You have that 7 energy, that this 7 cycle that likes to be a loner. If somebody comes in your life, they may have to live in their own house or their own place, and y'all meet up on each other. That's how that works with y'all right now, especially as you're getting older. I'm trying to build up my spiritual work. You should have been doing this from early. She said she's trying to build, and then she said, I don't mind being alone, being on my own. Hey, that's your energy for real. That is the energy of the 1 and the 7 and what the energy you're in now. You really do have to, you really enjoy your own company, especially as you're getting older, But all right, people, it is now 50 minutes after the hour here in America, not in England. Significant. You are right. We also need disaster teachers to show us how to prepare our lives. The U.S. crash, no water, electricity. We have disaster peace. 1, 2, 3. We have disaster teachers. It's just that most of these people out here are reactionaries and not proactive. I've been teaching disasters for years. And when 2 people just shows up to your lectures or your events to do disaster training, that doesn't help out. But I don't mind teaching the 2 people back in those days. So I just stopped doing it and let y'all watch preppers on TV. That's what y'all need to watch. Them are the ones that's going to teach you right now. Or Aton Edwards. Go get his book, Aton Edwards. I'm not going to exhaust my energy anymore to teach anybody about disaster preparedness when only they move when a disaster happens, when disaster preparedness is supposed to be done prior to the disaster. It's called preparedness. You got to prepare. Like my grandmother used to say, prevention is better than cure. Prevention is better than cure. Learn to prevent something so you're not have to cure it later. So we learn to prevent things. I walk out with my own, I travel with a light bug out bag all the time. But I keep it light because I'm an IADO practitioner. IADO means adaptability and improvising. So I'm able to use certain things that I see on the street or see around me and create my own disaster tools. Not without I don't need a whole bunch of stuff in my bug out, because the bug out bag, I've seen people get a big old bug out bag and can't carry it. What's the use of having a bug out bag and you can't move it? Because you put too much damn stuff in it. That's why an IADO practitioner only carries what they need and then improvise and adapt to the environment that they're in. That's how I was taught disaster preparedness. I'm not into all big ass 100-pound bag and can't move. You can't even strap it on your back. What is Empress Aisha going to do with a 100-pound bag on her back? Leave it right there. Because when things go down, she's going to have to move. She ain't got no time. My bag is no bigger than probably this book and probably this thick and probably like 3 to 4 inches thick. That's it. And I got enough to handle myself for at least a week, just in that. And I got a life straw that I can just drink out of dirty water if mouth. Dirty, stinking water. That life straw can really filter at least 820 gallons of water. That's it. Yo, let me get on out of here. How you feeling? How you feeling? I know I can keep on going. This is some fun stuff, but I don't want to keep my peoples up. They ready to go to sleep, and they got work and business tomorrow, and I got things to do tomorrow. So people who want to train in disaster preparedness, Professor Griff is teaching it online right now. The preppers are teaching it if you want to do disaster prepping. Aton Edwards is teaching it. King Simon is not teaching it at this time because my instructor said, keep your mouth shut. And that's what I don't do. I don't teach if the instructor says, keep your mouth shut and wait till the new book come out. Because Aton is about to put out a book called Afro Prep for Black folks only, because we're like between an 8-ball and a damn rock right now. And our people, again, are too reactionary. They react too much, instead of being proactive. And that is the problem we're having. And that's why a lot of us stop teaching in our communities, because some of us are not ready. We talk a good talk. But if you're prepping, then you just handle your family. Because if you can prep every part of your family and your family preps every part of your friend's family or your friend's part, then y'all start building community. That's how you do it. I could only teach my family, whether they listen or not. Not everybody's going to listen. Many are called, few are chosen. That's just how I remember, Aisha, I brought Aton 25 years ago to my mother's house, invited all of my family to learn from him. And you think they ever asked another question about disaster preparedness again? Or they ever ask about what to do? Or they don't, I don't know what they do. I know what I showed my mother to do, and I showed certain family members or my children. I give them books and show them what they need to do. But at the end of the day, everybody ain't ready for that. Everybody not ready for that. Everybody want to depend on the government when it's time to provide the food and water. It is what it is.
Simon, that's right. And like that saying that you just said, many are called upon, few are chosen.
Mm-hmm.
But there's another way of seeing it as well. Like many are called upon, and many choose not to be chosen. It's a choice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you choose not to be called upon. You choose not to live in your greatness.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta
Ev-
choose. No one's gonna choose for us. We
Every man and woman have a choice. You're right.
gotta make this
Every every man and woman has a choice.
calling. You have the choice to answer it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Many are called, few are chosen, and some are not chosen, are not chosen to take the choice. You're right. That's funny. What if you continue to have children? What if you continuously have children in the same month? Y'all must have planned that. Y'all keep on planning that. That's called Planned Parenthood, sir. What if you continuously have children born in the same month? Yeah, that's called Planned Parenthood. You're doing the right thing. I'm joking, but if you do have them in the same month, they still have a certain energy that they're born under, connected to their name and their birthday. So they could be in the same month. It's all good. It's just that what days are they born, what time are they born, depending on what you're going to do, what name are you putting them, what they're putting them under. Like George Foreman named all his children George. All of them. George 1, George 2, George 3, George 4, and George 5. They have different birthdays. So, but one thing about that, I don't care what you name them. If you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I add the 1, 2, 3, or 5 to that name and break down that number too. So if you come to me and say, my name is King George the Third, I'm going to add the third to the number 3, because that's not number 2. So King George the Second was the father. King George the First was the grandfather. So I add all the numbers that they gave me to show them what it works. If you say your name is Junior, I add the Junior, and I spell out the Junior because the Junior has a resonant energy that helps give more information to me. Junior in numerology in Chaldean adds up to 22, and the other one adds up in Pythagorean adds up to 33. So 33 master numbers, both of them. So Junior is something that you have to pay attention to. I remember telling Lloyd that at a class, and Lloyd, that's why Lloyd likes to talk to me and others that are into it, because he learns something new and I learned something to see. He's an older brother that's not willing, that's not afraid to learn from the younger people. And that's what you got to always keep your glass half full so you can still get more knowledge. I'd rather say keep my glass with a hole on the bottom of it, and you can still keep on pouring into me. It'll still go seep it out. It's gonna seep out by me teaching it, and it's gonna keep on pouring into me. So I enjoy this, my dear. I enjoyed this. I hope you had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything else you want to say to the people before we close out?
No. I mean, much love, and I'm just appreciate, we all being here together. This is that's good.
That's good. I'm going to let's see what we can do here. I want to be able to run these commercials down, I guess, and then we can close out with the prayer. Then I'm gonna close out with I wanted to play my son's song real quick, because then we'll close out with a prayer. I want to play his song because he gave me his songs to play, and there's some real nice songs, real intimate songs. And since this was a relationship program, but it went those ways, we'll play one of his songs now. This one is called "My Turn," and I think I like the guitar on this one. Let me see if this is the one. Hold on one second. Let me see if that's the one. It might be the one. Let me see. Oh yeah, here it is. This is my son. It's my son, Prince Imagine. This is his from his album, Love Under the Full Moon.
Take a little break off me. And I'll refocus on your needs. Let's put the pressure all on me. focus on your needs. Just enjoy the ride. With patience, I want to peel back each layer of skin that holds the juice this fruit bears. But before that, let me burn peach mango and change the ambiance in the air. See, I need your senses to be present from what I'm prepping. You feel me? From your feet to the tips of your hair. Each crevice will feel my essence, sending blessings. Trust me, hope my intentions are clear. Every touch will be sincere as I take my time in here. Yeah, my time. Let's take a little break off me. Can we focus on your needs? Let's put the pressure all on me. Can we focus on your needs?
Yes, that's my son, boy. That's my son. He on fire. He playing the guitar too, so he's not joking.
That was smooth. That was smooth.
Yeah, it's smooth. See, that's the type of that's when it deals with relationship, family. Y'all need to get with your partner, get butt naked in the room and dance in the dark. Sounds like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of energy that I'm on when it comes to the relationship. So I just let it all out because it's real, you know, when you, and he got a nice album. And again, that album you can get on Bandcamp, and it's called Love Under the Full Moon. Love Under the Full Moon. I got, he really put his energy into that. And he's a loving child, very loving child. He's my firstborn, very loving child. So for him to produce something like that, his mother was a singer, and so was I. So, I'm glad that he's taking it to other levels, doing what he got to do. And that's what your children are supposed to do. Take your talents to the next level. He's performed in places that I have not performed. He's performed in France and different places. I've performed on reggae stages. He's more R&B, and he studies people like Sam Cooke and Donny Hathaway, and he even has a song called Kwanzaa where Donny Hathaway sang the Christmas song. He remixed it and called it the Kwanzaa song, and he sounded just like Donny Hathaway. Crazy, so proud of him. And like you're proud of your children, my dear. Yeah. And great things that they're doing. And that's what it's all about, being proud of your children. And hopefully they keep on taking it to higher heights while we're gone.
Yes.
That's what they're supposed to do. Appreciate you, Empress. And thank you for being a part of this journey.
Thank you.
And I'm not going to hold you any longer, but I'm going to, of course, you're always going to say the prayers. So you're going to say the prayers. And we're going to get on out of here.
All right.
So hold on. Let me just put this prayer up. Let me remind everybody that this prayer that we're about to say came from Dr. Delbert Blair. Mm-hmm. And the continuation of Dr. Delbert Blair's legacy. Please go to his website, his official website, themetacenter2.com, for books, ELF protectors, and products and more. So check out Dr. Delbert Blair. And once again, I want to thank all of you for being here, and thank, of course, again, Empress Aisha Moore for being gracious where she is, gracious and providing the feminine space right here on the show. You know what I'm saying? She is my partner in vibe. I don't say partner in crime. Partner in vibes. It is. Right, partner in vibes. Yeah. I'm good at words now. So, and make sure you support her earrings, her creation, not just earrings. They're orgasmic experiences. That's what I said. I like that. Orgasmic experiences on your. Yeah.
I like to put that together like that. That was good.
it puts music on your earlobes. Believe that. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're supposed to do it. And we're gonna say this prayer, and then I'm gonna close out with the rest of the show. But I'm not gonna keep her. All right, my sister, you ready?
Yes.
No problem. Here is the prayer of Dr. Blair. And go ahead, Ja, lead 2, 1, 2, 3. Prayer time. Go ahead.
Please, universal creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live down. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now.
Yes. Thank you very much, my
Thank
dear. I love you.
Love you too, King Simon.
And you be safe and give those children a great big hug. Hey, I always say that because, hey, if a person's family ain't right, they ain't right. And that's what it is.
Hugs. That's my daily routine.
They ain't right, they ain't right. You got to stay in contact with them, you know. I talked to all my children except 2 of them today, but I'm going to reach out to the other ones tomorrow. Make sure they're all right. Make sure, you know, we stay in contact through text more. But that's what it is. All right?
All right. Okay. Much love.
You be safe.
As well.
Have a good evening. Take care. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, family. Thank you very much. Of course, we got to big up some of these things that's happening. Boom. Let me get rid of that. Get ready to close out. Of course, we got Sister Shahrazad coming in. Sister Shahrazad is coming in, family. And that's going to be on March the 3rd. March the 3rd at 8 p.m. sharp Eastern Standard Time. And our guest co-host with myself and Empress Aisha Moore will be Lioness Crown from Fly Nubian Queen. That will be our guest co-host that day. Also, this is her Women's Herstory Month is coming up. Women's Herstory Month. As you can see, on March the 7th, we got comedian and actress Muga from Orange is the New Black, and she's been featured on major comedy shows, BET, Comic View, and all of that. She's been featured on Apollo stage too. So Muga will be here on the 7th. On the 14th of March, we have hypnotherapist Kendall Cobb. We're looking to do a panel of empresses to be announced. We're trying to gather the empresses that we're going to put on there on March the 10th. Audrey Knight, creator and physicist Audrey Rumbers on March the 17th. Acupuncturist and educator Dr. MJ, that's March the 20th. Spiritual teacher on the 24th. Spiritual teacher on March the 21st is going to be A Genesis. She's also a tantric healer and teacher also. On March the 28th, we have a special invited celebrity doctor to be announced. Got to confirm certain things with that person. And on March the 31st, Dr. Nalani Valentine. Dr. Valentine's wife will be here. Naturopath and teacher herself. She will be here closing out the Women's Herstory Month celebration. All right, so that's going to be powerful. And this is my daughter's cup, one of my youngest daughter's cups. She sells some great mugs, and that's her painting on the cup, the I. And then the am and great, we just improvise and put those on that cup. So if you want to support my youngest daughter, this is her website, teesprings.com. That's teesprings.com at /Yasira's Pink Art Exclusive. It's my young daughter. You heard my son sing his songs and his music. Oh, yeah, it's a family affair. It's a family affair. My books, Numerovation for Mental Stability, on Amazon. Children, numbers are simple. Children's health is important. Numbers are simple. People are complicated. And no promotion is bad promotion. All publicity is good publicity. Just spell my name right. All you can find on Amazon, or you can actually go straight to the links through Linktree. My Linktree is King Simon the Numerovator. That's King Simon the Numerovator at Linktree. And my email is I am King Simon. Moving right along, those who want to find out more about real estate, this is a good chance to talk to somebody who can consult you for either for free or for a certain rate. Give her a call or text her at 347-866-1153. That's 347-866-1153. Don't call her this late at night, but, show respect and text her, and that will be good. Teacher Lloyd Strayhorn, world-renowned astronumerologist, sign up for his Udemy course. You want to get a cheaper rate or a more reasonable rate? Enroll by going to his website. That's www.lloyd-strayhorn.com. My classes, here you can go to the email if you want to sign up. I will be doing my classes only when I get back to New York. I'll be doing my classes, the Numerovator at Gmail. And, of course, Pedalwise, www.pedalwise.com. Make sure you support our dear sister at Pedalwise. And she is a natural gynecologist, an acupuncturist, and she is also an entrepreneur. Dr. MJ, she will be with us on the 21st. She's going to be right here live and direct. And if you do want to get her products, please, it's 10% off with the coupon code. That's King 2021. That's King 2021. Get that stuff. All right. Get that stuff. It's very good for the womb, breasts, whatever part of the women's anatomy she can help out. And she has some good viral formula for men if you want things that like with the echinacea and different things in it. Okay. Those who want to do a Numerovation session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth. If you live outside the United States, please use WhatsApp. If you live outside of the United States, please use WhatsApp. But if you live inside of the United States, just directly text me at 347-496-1022. That is the number. All right. We are out of here. I hope to thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoy the show. I think I should close out with my son, one of my son's last songs here. Let me see. Let me close out with my son's song. This one here. Let me see what I got. Perfume. Let's be a perfume. Let me see. First Kiss. Get Nervous. Let me close out with this song. Have a great evening wherever you may be, or day wherever you may be, any part of the world. Peace.
Don't laugh, but I get stupid around you. Nah, it's nothing bad. Chill, don't do that. I just don't know how to explain it, though. Come on, it's not you. It's just me. My heart gets warm around you, causing my anxiety to kick in because I'm blown away by your charm. I predict that I like you too much. Simple touches from hugs makes me blush. A drug I'm addicted to. I can't leave this rush. What would it be like if I was to tell you why I act like this? Maybe you notice and want me to say it, but I'm too nervous. Head over heels for you. Losing my mind with you. Get nervous when I'm with you. So nervous when don't mind me. I just like you.